national champion here tonight. Welcome to SoFi Stadium, the home of the LA Rams and Chargers, right here in Inglewood, California. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's time to get this national championship game underway and crown a champion.
The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Handoff from the shotgun. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Boy, nice call here to start this national championship game off with a physical run. I think this offensive line has been a strength all year long, and here they get this game started the right way.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. And looking to throw now on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Willis. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to throw it on first down. Short pass finds the tight end. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. First down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
He's hit right as he throws it, incomplete.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
So, second down after the incompletion. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And that run produces a decent gain. Crucial moment early in this national championship game. Can they convert on third down in the red zone?
Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Touchdown, Tigers! They strike first in this national title bout. And wow, that is how you kick off a national championship game, Kirk.
Man, Chris, you're exactly right. This offense came out with the mindset that they're not going to wait around and wait for this defense to get settled in. They're going to punch them straight in the mouth and assert themselves. What a championship-level statement that was.
PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes a handoff. First down, looking for more now.
Tackle made it a 41. That's a nice game, getting closer to midfield.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. Direct snap. They're bringing down, but the Wildcat look produces an explosive run to get a first down. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Press coverage now from the secondary. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Important second down play coming up. They'll hand it off. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, they get stuffed at the line of scrimmage here. That's going to bring up a third down play for this offense. And, hey, I know it's the first half, but with the way this defense is playing and the fact that they have a nice lead, this is an important third down to try to convert here.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Tailback with another carry. Has the first down and more. They make the stop, but good enough for a first down to the 29.
Chris, that's a big first down, and what we could almost refer to as a drive that you're looking for an answer. Anytime your opponent drives the length of the field to open the game and puts a touchdown up on the board, it's important for the offense to counter that. And right now, they're off to a very good start on their own drive.
And the Dukes will line up on 1st and 10. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is.
And it's a direct snap. Short game, but it's going to be the final play of the first period. Memphis has the lead here. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship through one quarter. Let's check out the game summary. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. They begin the quarter with a crucial play, often setting up for this third down. QB keeper all the way. They make the tackle, but the offense set up with a first down in the red zone. And the player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout or they check him out. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. Nowhere to run up the middle.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. Touchdown, Dukes, as they answer with their first score of this title game. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kurt.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And he knocks through the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. The last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? And it's going to be incomplete. Defense had a great chance for the pick. Couldn't come up with it.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough third and long situation. And he's back to throw again on 2nd down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Big shot downfield here early in the game. Couldn't quite connect, but even on an incompletion, these deep shots do a good job of keeping those safeties back and can open up other aspects of this offense.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Receiver in motion now. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Chris, I'm a bit surprised they went with play action here on 3rd and such a long distance in the game. The defense knows you're going to throw the football, so you're asking your quarterback to catch the snap. Now he's got to take his eyes off of the coverage by worrying about a play action, and the result is a sack.
He takes it at the 40. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Here comes the James Madison offense back out on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. And there's the handoff. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
Gift to the offense with the offsides makes it 1st and 5. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. Breaks into the clear. The Wildcat doesn't get much that time. Just a few on the play.
Love this early in the game by this defense. Taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
A gain sets up a third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Catch made on the right side. Look out, he's loose. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, James Madison.
Boy, the timing here is essential between a quarterback and a receiver. You got to find that window between the linebackers. He does it. Puts the ball right on the money. And how about the speed after the catch by the receiver for the touchdown?
And they'll set up for the PAT. Kick hits off the left upright. It's no good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Handoff here from the shotgun. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And just like that, in one play, they've moved into scoring position at the 23.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
So one enormous play, and this offense is threatening almost into the red zone. Play action here on first down. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Second down and 10 after the incompletion from the 23. Looking to pass here on second down. On the move now. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. And he's brought down at the 1-yard line. What a play at the completion.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. It is first and goal, a great chance to claim the lead before the break here. Makes a quick grab. He had all day back there before throwing the strike. Touchdown, Memphis. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end was just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down to the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. the first play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looks to his left and makes the completion. He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Big chunk gain in the first play of the drive sets him up near midfield in 1st and 10. And the single back takes the handoff.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football when everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
They'll come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. Ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. Solid gain on the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. Second down, looking to throw it. Swarmed with a pass rush, a sack.
Well, the offensive line is so caught up in communicating to pick up the defensive lineman. Nobody picks up the middle linebacker on the blitz. He gets the sack.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Quick throw to his receiver. It's incomplete. The defense rises. Gets the stop against this very efficient 3rd down offense.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things. And it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. So here we go. An interesting call. 4th down and long from their own 41. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it. That is enough for a 1st down. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Boy, it's a blown opportunity here for this defense. They get the offense all the way to 4th down and long. They got to get pressure. They got to get this offense off the field, make them pay for this aggressive decision to go for it. And instead, they give up the 1st down. This could cost them.
Movement here from the tight end. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw.
You know, the outcut is a routine throw, but it really illustrates how much time the quarterback and the receiver have worked on this route. Because the more you work on it, you could close your eyes and make this throw. But it's not easy if you don't put a lot of reps in.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Catch made over the middle. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their 3rd and final of the half. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. And now the defense will call a timeout before this field goal attempt, trying to get inside the kicker's head. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. jump back in front. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. Defense not fooled by the Wildcat look. Just a short gain on the play.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
So 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Screen the receiver in the flat. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Looking to convert on 3rd down. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. And it's a direct snap. This play is blown up. The defense all over him. The Wildcat look backfires that time. The Dukes bring their punt team onto the field.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And here's the return. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Cut quickly. Powering through the defender. He stopped and gets a 1st down.
Man, what a great effort by the tight end. Not only does he make the catch, but how about the effort there to break that tackle to pick up more yards?
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He finds his man.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Play fake, looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. And they get the completion. They get him on the ground finally, but it'll be 1st down for 14.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. In the red area, it's Willis. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Play fake, looking to throw. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
The offense will stay on the field for this fourth down attempt. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Looking to the end zone. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a fourth down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
So the drive will begin backed up at their own 6-yard line. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Got the first down and still motoring. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down after that previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And he's going to heave it deep right down the middle. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. They can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
Time for one more play here in the quarter. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Catch is made down the middle. And he goes down after a solid gain on the play. That's enough for a fresh set of downs for this offense. Pretty good chance it's going to come down to the final possession. Which guy can step up and make plays as we head to the fourth quarter? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Defense not pressing this time. Look out, room to run here. Moves the ball up to the 30.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go.
I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Tough spot. The offense has to convert a 3rd and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Gets made on the out route. He's found some room at the 45. He's in the clear. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Dukes. Too much speed for the defense.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
PAT try is important here to build the lead to 9. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there and blew it away. Now he comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. Grab down the middle. It's Willis. They get him, but what a spin move. That's one for the highlight reel.
Hey, you're down by a couple possessions late in the game. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Let's see what they can do with it after that nice game.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Here comes a first down pass attempt. A deep shot to the left side. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Action fake, looking to throw. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
The quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's 4th down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
This Memphis offense is moving quickly down the field. First down, looking to throw the football. Makes a quick catch. You make the stop at the 25, but it's 1st and 10 for this offense.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one of those dream performances.
Forced out of bounds after a nice game. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up 1st and goal now. The shotgun handoff here. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. That was an enormous touchdown. They're still behind, but it's a one-possession game, national championship on the line.
Yeah, the offense did their job to make this thing interesting. Now their opponent, what will their opponent do? Are they going to try to kill clock? Are they going to just try to run the football? Are they going to get aggressive and throw and try to score themselves? Still, a lot can happen here in these closing minutes.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. They'll come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. Direct snap. Now when he's getting boxed in, the defense not at all fooled by the wildcat look.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go. Now, give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. Receiver makes the catch. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
And it's a wildcat look here as they try to convert on third down. And it's a direct snap. Defense makes the tackle, but that wildcat look does produce a first down.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
They come to the line in the wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. Defense ready for the wildcat. Just a short gain. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. The last team standing at the top of the mountain for the national champion.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the James Madison Dukes.